and today's topic is creating meaning. Very exciting stuff. So, the quotation for the day I love, okay? It's by Frank Outlaw. Nice, nice last name. Anyway, watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. So we have thoughts and words, then actions, then habits, and that's what creates our destiny. And we can shift that. All right. If I've been on a path forever that my thoughts, words, actions, habits, character have created a destiny that is not satisfactory, I can change that. Let me put my phone on silence. Sorry about that. So, that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about those thoughts and words, those things that, um, those things that hamper us, that make it difficult for us to create meaning. So we've got lots of different kinds of thoughts here, and these are the meanings that harm. The first one, and we don't use this word here at Promise Resource Network. Um, it's considered not a very nice word, and it creates stigma. It perpetuates stigma. This is what is used, so I'll use it. I'm crazy. I believe I shouldn't feel the way I do. Things like I must be crazy to feel this upset. I shouldn't be having this craving. Honor those feelings, right? Those things in our heads. I'm I I shouldn't be feeling this. I shouldn't be thinking this. I shouldn't be doing this. It's not beneficial to me. It doesn't make sense. But we can honor those feelings. We're not crazy. Our feelings make sense in the light of what we've been through. If you've taken this class for a while, you know that our feelings make sense in the light of what we've been through. We are having a normal reaction to an abnormal event, okay? The way we act is based on our trauma, but we can shift that. We can work on that, right? It says you can get over them by talking about them and learning to cope with them. We can get over those feelings, those thoughts by talking about them and learning to cope with them. Getting it out. Getting it out is the first part. Whether we do this with a friend, a sponsor, a pastor, a therapist, a doctor, whoever it is, to get it out of us and be able to sit with somebody that can help us sort it out, right? And then we learn to cope. We learn to cope with these different kinds of feelings, these thoughts that we have when I'm feeling like I shouldn't feel the way I do, right? All right, the next one, beating ourselves up. Here, in our minds, we yell at ourselves and put ourselves down. I'm a bad person. My family was right. I'm worthless. These thoughts, these thoughts that come up don't benefit us. They don't benefit me. When I think of these thoughts that came to me from my past, it creates negative thoughts and negative feelings. And I don't want that today. I don't want that today. It says, love, not hate, creates change. I like that. Beating ourselves up may echo what people in the past have said to us. My friend Kim Honeycutt says that when the abuser stops abusing us, we start to abuse ourselves. We take that information that was given us that was wrong, That was a lie. And it gets stuck in our head. It gets stuck in our head. And I beat myself up for it. I'm always wrong. I'm always, we'll talk about always in a minute. Okay. The past is the present. Because I was a victim in the past, I am a victim in the present. Not true. We don't have to be a victim anymore. I spent a lot of time being a victim and drinking and doing a lot of other things to cover that up, to stop feeling like a victim, but it just made me feel more like a victim, right? I can't trust anyone. I'm trapped. That fear of vulnerability can be difficult. It says, notice your power. Stay in the present. I am not a child. I am not trapped. I am not alone. I am an adult in recovery who has choices, and I'm getting help. If you're sitting here today, you're getting help. If you're sitting here today, you're getting help. And that's part of it. Learning all about it. It says, but yelling at yourself does not change our behavior. In fact, it makes it less likely to change. Care and understanding promote real change. Remember, love, not hate, creates change. That's my favorite part of this whole lesson today. Love, not hate, creates change. We can't beat ourselves into recovery. We can't guilt ourselves or shame ourselves into recovery. All those things didn't work for me. I got beat up mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I didn't like myself at all. I hated myself. I didn't trust anybody. But what happened to me was love. And love allowed me to come out of that victim role. Love allowed me to come into recovery because that's what I always sought. That's what I always wanted. That acceptance, that unconditional love, right? So we don't have to be a victim anymore. We don't have to be a victim anymore. The escape. An escape is necessary because feelings are just too painful. Food, drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, shopping, whatever it is, the escape is necessary to cover up the pain. I say things like, I'm upset, I have to binge on food. I can't stand the cravings, I have to smoke pot. Keep growing. Emotional growth and learning are the only real escape from pain. We'll say that again. Emotional growth and learning are the only real escape from pain. That growth that we talked about, that talking to somebody, that growing into love, that learning about myself and how I work and how other people work in my life. That's where we grow. That's where we don't need an escape anymore. An escape isn't necessary. I have learned to tolerate feelings and solve problems. My instant thought isn't to bolt, to do something that is not beneficial to me, right? So the escape is what the drugs, the alcohol, the sex, the shopping, all that stuff are coping skills. They are coping skills. They're just not very good ones. They're just not very beneficial ones. Let me put it that way. The consequences are severe. And when I think of the consequences, I'm more likely to choose something different. Feelings are reality. Because something feels true, I believe it must be a fact. I feel like I'll never recover, so I might as well drink. I feel depressed, so I might as well kill myself. Those feelings are not facts. That's what they told me in the beginning. Those feelings are not facts. They're feelings. They come and they go, and they won't kill me. I thought at the beginning of my recovery that if I started to cry, I would never stop. I would never stop because those feelings were so overwhelming. So I escaped, right? The feelings are not facts. It says, listen to what you know. Use your mind rather than your feelings as a guide. What do I know to be best for me? Feelings are valid, but they're not reality. Feelings won't kill me. Right? It's good to know that because they can be really, really, really scary sometimes. Ignoring cues. If you don't notice a problem, it'll go away. Man, I've done a lot of that. I've done a lot of that with this one. If I ignore this toothache, it will go away. Not. Or I don't have a problem with substances. That'll go away. So when I ignore these cues, when I ignore these, this evidence, these facts, then I'm setting myself up. I'm setting myself up. It says, attend to our needs. Listen to what we're hearing. Notice what we're seeing. Believe your gut feeling. Our gut has a lot to do with life and recovery. Okay, we'll talk about a few things in a second. But once we tap into that connectedness with ourselves, we grow, and we grow a conscience. I have had so many opportunities in my life to do something different that if I would have followed my gut, things would have turned out differently. In my recovery, following my gut is really important because I have a God sense. I have something in me that lets me know right from wrong, beneficial from not beneficial, right? So pay attention. Pay attention to those cues. Pay attention to what's going on. Look, see, what do you really need, right? Mind reading. Here's another one. I believe I can tell what other people are thinking without having to ask. I'm a mind reader. I'm a fortune teller. That's not quite right. I know he didn't say hello because he hates me. Wow. My sponsor would feel burdened if I called her late at night. We assume what other people are thinking. That gets us nowhere. That gets me nowhere, anyway. It says, check it out. Ask the person. Ask the person. You may be amazed about what you find out, what they really think of you. The affirmations they can give you to remember when we ask, right? When I first came into recovery, one of my counselors, who I love, told me something that just broke my heart. She told me that a third of the people in my world are going to love me no matter what I do. A third of the people in my world are never going to love me no matter what I do. And the other third really don't give a shit. They're dealing with their own stuff. So what am I going to do? I don't want to deal with those people dealing with their own stuff. I don't want to deal with people that can't help me, that choose not to help me. I want to put my energy into those people that are on my side. I want to ask them about what truth is, about what they're thinking. Right? It's all my fault. It's all my fault. Everything that goes wrong is due to me. Guilt, shame, blame. The trauma was my fault. If I have a disagreement with someone, it means I'm doing something wrong. It's all my fault. We can take on that guilt and shame, right? Guilt is a feeling we have that we regret something we've done. Guilt is attached to action. Shame is who we think we are. Being ashamed of ourselves. That deep-rooted self-esteem, right? It's all my fault. Give yourself a break. You don't have to carry the world on your shoulders. Oh my gosh, you don't have to carry your world on your shoulders. You don't have to take on the guilt and shame of everybody else. It's not your fault. We don't have that kind of power, first and foremost. So many things that happen, I can get in my head that I had some kind of influence on. Most of the times I haven't. It's just what I'm thinking. It says when we have conflicts with others, try taking a 50-50 approach. 50 is their responsibility and 50 is yours. As opposed to taking it all on. Give some of it to the other person. Take a look at the facts of the situation, right? I am my trauma. Our trauma is our identity. It is more important than anything else about me. I am my trauma. My life is pain. I am what I have suffered. And that's all I am. I am pain. I am pain. It says, create a broad identity. We're more than what we have suffered. We're more than that. Think of different roles in our lives, our varied interests, goals, and hopes. We are not our trauma. We are brothers and sisters and husbands and wives and lawyers and doctors and fast food workers and service workers and so many things that we are, that I am not my trauma. I'm not what happened to me. I am Sharon. And that incorporates many, many things. Many, many things. Not just my trauma. The uniqueness fallacy. You alone have a particular problem no one else could possibly understand. I used to think that a lot. That I was so unique. That my problems were so terrible that no one would understand. That it says, unless you've lived through what I have, you can't help me. Why bother talking? No one will get it. You know, the beautiful thing about recovery is we've got people that can help us. It says, reach out, give people a chance to help us. Find a safe person to talk to, a therapist, a sponsor, a pastor, a friend, a parent, and try opening up. When I feel like I'm so unique, that makes me alone. And when I'm alone, I do not feel like participating in life, right? So that uniqueness isolates us. It isolates us. So give people a chance to help you. Listen to their stories. A peer support specialist, if you're not aware of it, is a person with lived experience. They have, I'm going to put up the warm line so that you can have this number. The warm line is is a great opportunity. If you are angry or lonely or tired or just need to talk, call our warm line. We are staffed with peer support specialists, people with lived experience, people who have experienced homelessness, incarceration, hospitalization, abuse, trauma, all those things we've experienced. And today we get to use them to help another. We get to use them to help another. And that is so beautiful. Unless you've lived through what I have, you can't help me. Some of us have lived through it and we can help. But that doesn't mean that people who haven't had our exact experience aren't able to help us. Sometimes professionals help. My experience is the reason if I call my friend Bunny, somebody upsets me. I call my friend Bunny and I'm telling her all about it and I'm in my emotions and everything. And she gets all mad and in her emotions and everything. And we're going to go over and we're going to tell them all about it. That's not a solution that I need. That's not going to work for me today. What I need to do sometimes is talk to someone that's not emotionally involved. Someone that can look at the situation, relax, and understand the feelings behind them. They can help us walk through, right? Okay. So sometimes we need people that are professionals. Sometimes we need people that have been there. Call the warm line. It's 833-390-7728. I didn't mean to point my finger at you. No future. The future is bleak. There is no hope. Hope is the fuel of recovery. Hope is the fuel of recovery. My life is wasted already. I might as well give up. I felt like that. We have choices no matter what has happened so far. We control the present and the future. We control the present and the future. If I am where I am, I can make choices. If I am where my feet are, I am present and I can actively participate in solution, right? The future is based on what we do in the present. Every choice I make today affects my future, right? So I want to be able to choose those things that can promote a positive future, right? So that lack of hope, we have choices, choose wisely. When I don't have hope, I want to be able to find somebody that does and help. Let them love me, right? Let them give me hope. All right. Short-term thinking. We focus only on our feelings today rather than tomorrow. Short-term thinking. I'm more sociable when I drink. I'm better off when I drink. I'm buying that new outfit even if I can't afford it. I don't think about the consequences. I don't think about the consequences at all. Imagine how good we'll feel about ourselves tomorrow if we do what we know is right. If I do what I know is right, I'm influencing that future too, right? So I need to think of the consequences. I need to think of the consequences before taking this short-term action. Escape, right? I want to escape. How am I going to escape? I'm going to drink. Is that going to get me what I want today? And that's the question, right? That's the choice. Is this action, this thought, this feeling going to get me what I need today? Maybe not what I want, but what I need, right? The next one is shoulds. Don't should on each other. We have rules about how the world should work. If the rules are violated, I feel angry. My friends should invite me over. I should not have to deal with PTSD. When we should on other people, it sets ourselves up. When I say you should, there's an expectation there. And I know that my expectations are proportional to my serenity. When my expectations are high, my serenity is low because I'm shoulding on people. You should. When I lower those expectations, my serenity level goes up. I'm not saying be a doormat. Never, never be a doormat. But don't expect people to do things that maybe aren't realistic. Don't put them in a box. Don't try to make them. Don't try to control them. That's my goal. Instant satisfaction. We may seek instant satisfaction. Life should be easy. It should be easy. It ain't. I wish somebody told me when I was a kid how rough adulthood could be, because I'd extended it longer. Work hard. Okay, I need it now. I should always feel good. Instant satisfaction. Sorry, guys. It said, work hard. The most enduring satisfactions come from working hard and having patience at our job, at our relationships, at our recovery. The most enduring satisfactions come from hard work and being patient with ourselves. The next one is all or none thinking. Things are either all good or all bad. There is no middle ground. Seek a balanced view. Seek a balanced view. Life is more complex and interesting than all or none. Look at the things in a balanced view. Find the middle ground. Look at what went well, what went badly, and what was neutral. All or nothing thinking puts me in a box. Always and never are bullshit words. The only thing I always do is breathe. The only thing I never do is stop breathing. Right? So always and never are not true. I don't always screw up. They don't always make me mad. You never help me. Those things don't work. There's a lot of gray in the world. It's not black and white anymore. I need to see that there is middle ground. There is balance. And if I can find that balance, I am golden. Right? Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes our destiny. Everything I do today affects my future. Think wisely today. I need to think wisely today. I need to choose wisely today. I need to act wisely today. And that creates meaning in my life. What do we have today? Roberta's in the house. Hey, Roberta. Oh, I beat myself up too, Roberta. I understand that. Okay. Warm line. If you need to call the warm line, if you want to call the warm line, call us. We can listen. We're good listeners, and we can give resources, and maybe we can help a little bit by supporting you. Okay. I appreciate y'all for being out there. Thanks a lot.